So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It's Sunday, and I know we've got a ginormous grid ahead of us. Will it be hard? Will it be easy? Well, it's too soon to say. But that's always the great mystery about Sunday crosswords, right? So it is. It's a fantastic opportunity to come in, take a sip, and let's wind down. And today we are doing it with a rosé. I found this yesterday evening when I was getting a few things before all the stores closed. This is a Claude Vialade. This is a Shiraz, Grenache, Merlot. This is the Grand Sélection. And it is actually from the Languedoc-Roussillon region there in France. And on the nose, it is fresh, it is fruity, it is very colorful. I'm getting red fruit, dark stone fruit, getting some floral patterns. I can pick up some minerality there. It's really quite bold on the nose, really quite lovely. On the palate, a bit deceiving. On the nose, it's very sweet. On the palate, it is a dry, well-finishing wine. It is just crisp. It's just fabulous. I think the acids make a statement, but no tannins to speak of, and it's definitely nearing the bold end of the spectrum. This is a fabulous wine. And this is one of those that depends on your mood. If you're into beef or chicken or lamb, that works. If you're just doing like salad noshing and other finger foods and whatnot, sitting around with your friends on a Sunday, hanging out, enjoying the sun on a day like today where there's actually sun, still cold, but there's still sun, then by all means, right, this could be it. This would be a very, very versatile wine. I just don't know that I would pair it with any desserts or any sweets to speak of. But spicy, savory, all of that would work just fine. I'm going to probably drink this whole bottle tonight. Good thing I got a couple of them. I might drink them both. It's fabulous. So, again, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for the wonderful Christopher's Day wishes yesterday. That was so nice. Hear from you all on Christopher's Eve and again on yesterday with my birthday. It just made me feel great. In fact, we just heard from Delphine down in Australia because, the clock's so messed up down there. Like, oh, Lord knows what day it is, right? But it's really interesting. It's really cool to hear from people all around the world. And some of the language I don't understand is so that I can click the little translate button in case it's in something like Mandarin or whatever that I do not read and do not speak. But it's on my list, of course. Anyway, it was just a real honor. It really, I went to bed last night feeling great about it. I love this community, and I love everything about it. So, and the last announcement, our channel has been monetized to a degree. And so we're now part of the YouTube partnership program, which is just fabulous. And there's an opportunity now, if you want, that you can actually become a paying member. And all that gives you access to different emojis and loyalty points or whatever the case may be. But the reality is this: for those who want to become part of the paid membership, it's not a lot of money, first of all, and second of all, we'll be doing a monthly sit-down live video chat, probably twice a day. That one day per month, so we'll probably pick a Sunday, and it'll probably be like at 9 o'clock in the morning in Germany, and say 5 o'clock in the evening, say Central Time in the US. That way, everybody on the planet should be able to find a time that they could dial in and take part in that. It's kind of an Ask Me Anything, going over whatever you'd like. But we've also got some great merchandise coming out pretty soon. So be looking for that store when that opens up. But it's just exciting to grow. But I like what we've done and who we are now. And so again, thank you all so very, very much for that. Members also be getting decals in the mail that's got the Wind Down logo and the question on there. So how do we do, Bob? I think it'd be kind of fun, right? So cheers. Let's go ahead and hop into our grid here. Looks like we got a Sunday, March 9 edition, a construction by Michael Schlossberg. And, or I can anglicize that, Schlossberg. So let's hop into this this grid edited by Will Shorts. Let's see what we got today. It's always exciting stepping into the grid and just, oh, here we go. Here we go. So First Lady McKinley, I don't know for sure. I think it's an Ida. We're going to find that out, though. Sharon Madonna, no idea. Image of Mickey, maybe it could be a cell. So, I don't know. Is this an O? If it's an O, I'm going to go ahead and put in icons because they are definitely icons. Let's see if this works. To schedule could be to slate. And old scratch with the, and that would be the devil. All right, baby name whose popularity plummeted after 2015. And I think that's must be Alexa. That is hilarious. I didn't ever think about that. I wonder if anybody's still naming their children Siri. I don't want to say it out loud because she's right here and she's sleeping. She's good. Oh, let's see. Breakfast order requests, and I just immediately want to say over easy, so we'll see. I guess it could be over hard. Waste away could be to rot. New York Times on August 9th, 1974. Well, if that's a headline, I think that's Nixon resigns. Well, to go through and see. It'd be kind of fun if we're right about that, though. I mean, that'd be great. It might be chewed in a theater, probably scenery. Common saltwater baitfish would be shad. And Cosa Nostra. So I'm going to go ahead and put in scenery. Thus far, Nixon seems to be working. I see we've got whore here for Frost. Taxpayers. So I guess these would be assessees. Never heard it put that way, but by definition it would be, right? Drives off 9 to 5. As an example, it could be a day shift. That's fun too. Drives off, so this could be shoes. Shoe. Wait. Actress Sky. I'm not quite sure. I think that's Yona. Frankincense or myrrh. That's right. Those are resins. Resins. How do you say it? Up to you. Leg up could be an edge. Okay, so what we've got so far is not the most challenging Sunday grid, but we have a lively gait. It's got a beautiful tempo, a nice rhythm, doesn't it? Release could be to let go. And London Herald, April 16th, 1912. This is interesting. I think this is Titanic sinks. You know, how do I know these headlines? Well, I don't know, probably because they're so big in our media and our history classes. I mean, yeah. Man, I love that wine. It's about 10 euros. It's not even that much. About 10 euros. And that's a good bottle. That's a good bottle. Nice and just delicious. It's complex, but yet simply so. I mean, hard to explain. I love it, though. I just love it. Beams could be to Gren. Lake that's largely fed by the Detroit River. I like to think Le Flux des Trois. So maybe the Erie. Parts of comedy routines could be bits. So here we got LGBT would come before the Q. Serving at a Chinese restaurant, tea, okay. And become crunchy in the oven. Maybe crisp up? I really don't know. Carolina Reaper for one, that would be chili. And you know, I'm never hurt by or stunned by any of these crazy peppers they come around with. I ate a ghost chili once, ghost pepper or whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, it was hot, but I wasn't dying. I wasn't on the ground gasping and trying to get my throat to open up or anything, you know. I don't know. But my mother fed me and my sister Tabasco on our thumbs and stuff so we wouldn't suck them. And I guess it just turned into we like spicy food. I don't know. Good name for a geologist. I don't know. You think Rocky or... Oh, we'll put it in. I guess it could be like a Rocco or something, but I don't know. So I think we're going to be fine with the crisp up. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. So how sad. Oh, it's a shame. Bless their heart. So red telephone historically, I guess we're talking about a hotline. And lapse could be a slip. Some red or white wines definitely could be Pinots. We haven't had a Pinot Noir on here in a while. We should probably hunt one of those down. Scarface. Well, that would be Al Capone, but it ain't gonna work right here. Catch you later. No, that's like gonna work. So I think we're gonna have to go with a Rocco. I was afraid that might happen, but we can get our Al Capone in here though. And pull some strings, maybe to unknot. I always thought that word should be de-knot. You know, de-knot that thing, you know, I don't know. One could be a tot. And an old Spanish coin could be a peseta. Plantain lily by another name. I don't know. Is this a hosta or hosta? I guess this is hosta because it's probably going to be on it. On it. Chicago Daily Tribune, 11/3/1948. Yeah, this is Dewey defeats Truman. To think that Dewey went to bed that night thinking he was president. Truman went to bed thinking he was a civilian. And no, it turned out to be an oopsie moment. So Dewey defeats Truman. Now let's see here. Bottom could be a nader. So catch you later. Adios, amigos. Payments made at a table could be antes. And now what do we have? Team doesn't have one, so to speak. And a team doesn't have an I, but there is a me in team. Just keep that in mind. There may not be an I in team, but there's a me. You just got to turn it around and move some stuff, but it's there. Query, maybe ask. I must query. They're known to open with some jokes. Popular Hawaiian dish. I'm assuming we're going for a poke bowl. Longtime music director of the NBC Symphony Orchestra. And that's right. That's Toscanini. Still seems so crazy that that's actually a realistic, factual answer. Toscanini himself was the NBC Symphony director. So cool. Can you imagine like a John Williams being like the late night band, guy, right? It's crazy. They're known to open with some jokes. Choice words. Go for could be ops. So I guess these are ors. And this is telling me this is April, which I think is very clever. April Fools. I mean, that's coming up too, by the way. I don't know. What are we going to do for that? Are we going to do anything as a channel? Toward the opposing goal in hockey would be up ice. Never played hockey. I don't go to the games, but there's so much crossword stuff related to hockey that over the years I just know who, various players were. Believe it or not, it's not all Gretzky. It's more like, Ort and people like that. But yeah, a deke, all these different terms. Drawstring place. Let's see. Variety, 10, 30, 29. Is this the egg one? Something about laying an egg? I don't know. It once shared a land border with 16 countries. I'm assuming this is the United Soviet Socialist Republic. Or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. It's stowed could be laded. Alliance since 1948 in brief. Hardly the social butterfly. I mean, I guess this could be the OAS. I don't know what else would be. Anyway, going back to what this might be, maybe laded. I don't know. Stowed. Hardly the social butterfly. Okay, so I think this is Wall Street lays an egg. Oh, I wish that was all that was back then. I can imagine so many people were thinking that. Golf slamming Sammy Sneed. Matt the Slammer. I was very young. So I guess a drawstring place is an islet. Poorly could be ill. I guess Sal Soda. And so certain spot. Footwear for a sharp dresser. Do you see that in there? Do you see that hiding in there? This is a stiletto, I think. Stiletto. So footwear for sharp dresser, maybe stilettos. Okay, yeah. We're not going to just wear one, right? Unless we've had a terrible misfortune. Creature in the final scene of Cleopatra, and this would be the asp. Driest country in sub-Saharan Africa, and I don't know, but I'm assuming this is Namibia. Okay, so short no. Oh, I'm short money. How about an IOU? How you doing? Sup? And K-pop septet BTS. You know, if I were starting some sort of band just to make money, I'd be like a solo player. I don't share with 6 other people. It's ridiculous. I share with myself. I'm kidding, of course, because first of all, I wouldn't do that. Second of all, I need a band. I need them to back me up. So I guess a certain spot could be a TV ad, which is pretty clever too. Geometry calculation, generally speaking, I would be thinking volume. So we got damage director Louis Malle, and let's see, the union. Okay. So needlefish would be a gar. Oh, I've caught a couple of them. I tell you what, it's the worst thing on the planet, because what are you gonna do? How are you gonna get that? Oh, it's a mess. Monopolist trait. Well, we were just discussing this. Greed. And what are the odds? Very, very good, as a matter of fact. This is a big grid. And it's very good chances that you'll talk about something up in the northeast corner and it just might be an answer in the southwest corner. I mean, you never know. Bouquet could be an aroma. One of my favorite descriptors, too, when I'm doing wine tastings. Speaking of, I'm almost out. So slightly could be a bit or a tad. Let's find out what we've got. Headwear that's stereotypically red. I don't know. Is it a fire hat or a fire cap? Or call from a crib. How about mama? Slightly could be a tad. Okay, so then got it. So I guess we've got a fire hat. And Corinne of Nosferatu. And I think that's Emma. Got to learn more about her though. Geez, I can't catch a break. How about oh me? Or oh my, is this a dyad? I guess it could be. 10/30/75. Well, this would have been during Ford's presidency. I don't think I remember. Of course, I don't remember at all. I was a baby, but so far I've done pretty good on these headlines. I'm kind of proud of that, actually. Let's see, service providers. No idea. Let's see, privy to could be in on. And here we have a blank thruster physics lab device, and that would be an ion thruster if I'm not mistaken. My heavens. Victory is mine in modern lingo. What do we got here? Big name in healthcare. I'm assuming we're going for Aetna. So, I don't know what the service providers are just yet. Victory is mine. Maybe for the win. For the win. For the win. Be victorious. Our names will live in celebrated consistency for decades to come. My heavens. Is this an I declare? Well, we can always find that out. Quick check. Wraps up, maybe ends it. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this relationship. Filmmaker Johnson. I think this is it Rian? I don't get me to lying about it. Whole bunch could be a scad. What's that? Jeez Louise. Ah, come on. Well, this is all about having to suffer, isn't it? You know, I declare and all these things, you know. Ah, come on, you know. I mean, this is crazy. Attempt to tear, maybe to rip at. I don't know. The seduction of Joe. And I think that's Joe Tynum. I don't remember. I mean, it's an Alan Alda movie from way back in the day. I didn't see it until I was well into my teen years, because when it came out, I don't remember that year. It's not something that I can remember well at all. As a matter of fact, I don't know, 78. Yeah, I don't know. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I mean, I don't remember much. The second vis-a-vis the first, say, well, I would say that's the sun, so maybe it's Tynan. I'm fairly certain this is all about, you know, that whole, what is it, the prima nocturna, the primogeniture, yeah. Mexican marinade could be adobo, and I tell you what, that is some good stuff. Degree held by only one U.S. president, George W. Bush. I do believe that's called an MBA, Master of Business Administration. Yeah. So some have meters. I guess we're going for poems here. And tech giant whose initials are its NYSC symbol, and this would be IBM. Service providers. I guess Parsons, maybe? I mean, I guess. 48-ounce beer glass. Oh, that would be a yard. I'll never forget our honeymoon. We went down to Austin. Or maybe it was a couple of years later after we got married. We went to Austin for a weekend, hang out with my friend Carrie, who was in rabbi school at the time. No, I was studying archaeology, actually, matter of fact, at UT Austin. And where people typically go to the mat. I guess we're talking about a porch here. But we went to a place called the Draft Horse, and we were drinking. I was drinking like Guinnesses in these yards, and I think I had like 30 of them, and I wanted another one. I'll never get my wife ordering for me, he wants another yard. It was just kind of funny. Wants another yard. I thought, wow, what a glutton he is. Yeah, me. Made some waves. I don't know. Informal goodbye. I don't know. How about peace? Peace and love, brother. Instant. Oh, wow. That could be maybe now or a sec. Let's see what we got. Signal could be queued. So therefore, maybe we got ourselves a sec. In a sec. Latin for look would be eche. Made some waves. Maybe ord. So here we've got maybe a headless body. Morehouse or Howard. And that would probably be a historically black college or university. Headless body in a something bar. Oh, okay. They can support a nest egg. Oh, no idea. We should probably get up here and try to finish up stuff. Let me get back into that wonderful rhythm we had going before I got us all slowed up. So dollops could be dabs. Brill cream, a little dabble, do ya? Ding! Get a little ding going on the teeth. Ding! Yeah. Company once called the California Perfume Company, and I know this because actually I studied Avon for a bit in undergraduate. I thought it was fascinating. That and that the pink Cadillac driving people, Mary Kay, maybe? It's been a long time since undergrad. Blank Woods, best-selling author of 2023's The Lost Bookshop, and I think that's Evie. I don't know. We'll find out. Blank Mouse, Chick Corea, Jazz Senator 72. Yes, Senor Mouse. Love it. Love that. Threadbare could be worn. And yeah, I guess I guess that good on Evie. That's good stuff. They're below par, I guess birdies. The point is, when I do a crossword and I don't know something and then I wind up filling it in, you know, by getting the intersections or whatever around it, or back in the day looking it up, I always make it a check to just sit there and try to study what that word is or who that is and what they've done every time it comes up, so that by the third or fourth time it happens, then I start to just know who they are. Kind of like my knowledge of hockey, though having only been to one hockey game in my life when I was, I think, 8. So a one-pointer in cribbage, I think this is an ace. So Abu Dhabi. Some undergrad degrees. Well, probably BAs or BSs. We got probably an S here for sure. Probably an S for sure. Breakout performer. No, maybe try an escapee. Hardly the social butterfly. Could be a loner. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. Seer. Cursed by Apollo, so that her prophecies would not be believed, and that would be Cassandra. And so we got BAs over here. And we got Trojans, University of Southern California. Umpires ruling, safe. So clearly we probably got a President Ford something here. Writings of dubious authenticity, and I guess we're going for the Apocrypha. I don't know. I've never heard anything about Ford, and whatever this is, drop dead. I don't know. I don't know what this is. They can support a nest egg. No idea. Now, come on. Eschew could be to avoid. All right. It's blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is the weather vane. And doesn't rhyme. Make a scene. Maybe act. Okay. I hope so, because that's clever if it is. Yo, Michael Schlossberg. Or Michael Schlossberg. I love this grid. This is fantastic. And I do like your name in German. Michael Schlossberg. That's beautiful like that, yeah. Biting characteristic. Well, I think it's been said of my own wit, depending on how rare a form I happen to be in that evening. They can support a nest egg. So maybe twigs. You know, what the hey? I mean, go with twigs. There's been a lot of just kind of guessing here today. Fleet could be rapid. Okay, so we got Pel Paese cheese, but now did I spell it right? Yeah, I think I did. Fool around could be to lollygag. All right, and I'm glad we had that Y there. I would have probably put an I. And I would have probably figured that out too. Like, wait a minute, Apocrypha's not with an I. I mean, something would have happened, but that's where I can get hemmed up really easy. I mean, there's no telling how many times I've fat-fingered something, just typoed. That happens a lot. It just does with me, right? I get going, I don't think about anything, I keep moving, right? You know, but for the most part, yeah. So, protective tip on a lace is an aglet. Some of that useless knowledge of mine. Drink after a race, say, could be hydrate. And Tolkien trilogy for short, be LOTR, Lord of the Rings, not LPTR. So boils could be seethes. Like the cheese in a grilled cheese, I'm assuming melted. The rubber people in Nahuatl, and this would be Olmec. So we've got here possibly Looney Tunes. Headless body in topless bar. Yeah, okay, that's a crazy headline. Headless body in topless bar. So wise appearing could be owlish. And how did we do, Bob? You know, there's just no fast way to do these. Though I've had a number of you that have said, you know, one of these days, right, when you get a Sunday or maybe one of the harder days of the week, I've had these several comments like this, usually in an email or on Instagram, especially on TikTok. You know, we'd like to just watch you do something at your own speed without talking us through it. It's kind of like to say that we appreciate the conversation, we appreciate the ASMR, whatever the value is, but we would like to see how fast you would go through something like this. As something like this, probably this grid here, probably 5 to 10 minutes, depending on, you know, how awake I was. I mean, how much espresso I'd had that day, so on and so forth. Did I just get out of bed, or am I functioning? And have I had a little bit of exercise, you know? But yeah, but the most part, the majority of the community likes doing these the way we do, but maybe one of these days I'll just jump into a Sunday grid to just to kind of give it a shot and see, well, this is how it would go if I wasn't running my pie hole. But that would be no fun for a lot of us, including me. So, but fantastic grid, Michael Schlossberg. I cannot tell you enough. This is a fabulous piece of work. It was just amazing. I enjoyed every single bit of it. And so thank you so much for constructing such a fabulous grid. I'm sure we all appreciated solving it today. And until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Be good to yourselves, your friends, your neighbors, but be nice to that person behind you in line. If I could get a subscribe and a like from you, I'd appreciate it. I love the comments and whatnot. And do consider becoming part of the paid membership community. I think we're going to have a lot of good times together, and it's a pretty inexpensive thing to check out. So, and we got merch on the way, so hopefully we'll have some fun with that, some t-shirts, some wine glasses, things that'll be nice, but figuring out how to do e-commerce. And if any of you is good at that, let me know. We'll work something out, maybe a trade. Until we see you on the morrow, be well out there. Cheers. Cin-Cin.